Hello everybody and welcome to Parks Bros. It's Drew here, and today, well, technically right now, is the day before Six Flags Magic Mountain makes a major announcement, which I think we can all guess at this point is their new coaster. Now, before this announcement ends up going live, whatever it is, I do have some predictions that I got to get out there before I react to whatever it is tomorrow morning. Now you might be wondering, well, how did you know about this a day before? Well, they posted a little tidbit called "Something Super is Landing." That's what it said on that picture that they sent out, and then it said the date 10/21/21. So I'm very excited to see what it is, but before we get into what it actually is, let's talk about what I think it might be. I do think it's pretty well known and documented at this point that there has been RMC Raptor track and supports spotted at the park, as well as major construction for a brand new coaster underway with a lot of the foundation work already done for that new roller coaster whenever it may open. So there's my first prediction. It is a coaster, and more specifically an RMC Raptor, which I am over the moon about. I mean, I'm literally wearing my Stunt Pilot shirt that I got at Silverwood. And if you haven't checked out that awesome video that I did all about comparing the different RMC Raptors I've been on, I'll leave it in the top corner right now. So now that we've gotten all of pretty much the predictable things out of the way with what type of coaster it is and whatnot, the biggest question we all have on our minds, at least right now, is what the theme will be. I think it's pretty obvious it's going to be DC related. It is literally sandwiched in between the DC universe and the Metropolis sections of the park. So I think that's pretty much a no-brainer. Now, if we look at the colors that we've seen, at least from the track and supports, we know there's this yellow, almost a light gold, I guess you could say, really reminiscent of some of the earlier Lakers uniforms that I can think of. And then there's this little bit of a darker red, which really is going to be a cool combination to see in the park. But that leaves quite a few superheroes, or maybe even supervillains. Now let's talk about one of the obvious ones. That's got to be Wonder Woman. I mean, we already have seen a roller coaster, specifically a single rail coaster, open in the past couple of years called Wonder Woman Golden Lasso Coaster with the same exact color scheme. And it's also the 80th anniversary of Wonder Woman, I believe, this month. And we can't forget there have been two pretty successful Wonder Woman movies in just the past handful of years. The only problem I see with this, though, is the fact that there is already a Wonder Woman ride in the park, but we'll see how that all works out. I mean, that could always be rethemed or taken out. Anything could really happen with that ride. The next possible answer I could see happening is Flash, which I know has been thrown around quite a lot. It's the right color scheme. There's also a brand new Flash movie coming out next year, which is going to be really exciting. And it even looks to have Michael Keaton, which of course we have his Batman at Batman the Ride. So that could even tie in a little bit too. There's already a Flash ride at the park, so they would have to change some things up with that, but you know, totally doable, and we'll see. Now, moving to sort of less obvious themes, I could totally see something like Shazam also having some successful movie runs lately, and housing that same color scheme, red and yellow, or even gold and crimson if you really wanted to get specific with it. And it looks like DC is going to be expanding that universe quite a bit with new movies like Black Adam, featuring Dr. Fate, which, please, can we have a Dr. Fate coaster? Like, please. Yeah, I want a Dr. Fate coaster. I think that would be cool. But no, it's not going to be a Dr. Fate coaster, but I want one. That'd be cool. Outside of that, though, there are tons of other choices, although I think I'm going to put my money towards something like Wonder Woman or Flash or Shazam. I think Shazam would be a great choice, a little bit out of left field, but something completely different, especially for a groundbreaking single rail coaster, if that's the case, of course. Anyway, those are all my predictions out of the way. Now, it's time to get some rest and wake up in just a handful of hours' time, just so I don't miss the reveal. And even if that is 6 a.m. in the morning, I don't want to miss it. So, until then, I'm going to try to sleep even through my excitement.
So it is currently just a little bit before 6. I was hoping the announcement wasn't yet, but it looks like they went for 8 a.m. Eastern or 5 a.m. Pacific. I currently am going to try and keep it down a little bit because Hunter is still currently sleeping. But yeah, let's hope I don't scream. But yeah, I literally just woke up like 2 minutes ago, and then I saw that the videos are posted. I don't know exactly what it is yet. I just saw it's here in my Discord server. If you haven't joined the Discord server, make sure to do so. It's a lot of fun in there. It's a great place for me to learn news, and it's a great place for you to learn news about what I have coming up on the channel. Anyway, after thinking about it for the 2 hours of sleep that I ended up getting, I wanted to mention real quick that I have another prediction, possibly. They used the word super, so I think Supergirl is possibly another option that they might go with. I know there's a new TV show or something. I honestly don't know personally, but it's all good. Anyway, let's get in to the announcement. Alrighty, I've only read Six Flags Magic Mountain announces. I have not read past that in the title, so I hope the title doesn't give it away. I'm going to go full screen on it right now. Alrighty, taking flight in summer 2022. Tallest. Alright, longest. Yeah, we expected that. Single rail coaster on the planet. Is it not fastest? I'm curious. Oh, that's definitely a Wonder Woman. Okay, alright. Well, I think it makes sense. I found out it's the 80th anniversary of Wonder Woman today. Oh my goodness. Yep. Sweet. Definitely looking like a Jersey Devil clone, or very similar to a Jersey Devil clone. I'm curious if it's steepest, since it is tallest. But this is gonna be fantastic. It's a 12-car train, right? I'll have to pause and look back in a little bit. But yeah, like almost perfectly Jersey Devil so far, which I am so stoked for. I mean, I don't have to go to New Jersey now for next year, necessarily. I mean, I could go for El Toro, that would be amazing. Wonder Woman Flight of Courage. Is that all we get? I guess that's all we get. Huh. I mean, technically it is a teaser video, which I'm still really excited for. That's so, I'm not gonna lie, the theme, not too much of a surprise. What we got, pretty cool. I'll have to look back at the video. I feel like I missed something, but it looks very similar to Jersey Devil Coaster. I gotta be honest though, that's incredibly exciting, at least for me. This is an amazing 20th coaster for Six Flags Magic Mountain. I'm super, super stoked to see it come into the park next year, and I think it's amazing to find out that it's actually going to be a 2022 coaster. I know I wasn't doubting it necessarily, but there was always that chance that they could have pushed it back maybe another year potentially. But man, I am super stoked to see it will be next year and in summer too, which kind of helps give us a little idea of how construction progress is going to go. But I'm going to go back into the video right now and look through it. You could use the word analysis for it a little bit. I'm very interested to see what's all going on in there. So let's find out. All right, so pausing it right at the beginning, we can definitely see that this is going to look awesome in the skyline, especially in front of Riddler's Revenge. That was a question I had. Like, how is it going to look in front of Riddler's Revenge? I can definitely say it looks pretty sweet, and I love that they put in the giant W at the top of the lift hill. That's not something I would have expected, but I'm very excited to see something like that on the side of a coaster. It's a good detail to be like, this is Wonder Woman, and it gives you that perfect little, hey, this one's a little different. I'm gonna count the cars right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, so it is officially a 12-car train. Although, I'm kind of curious. They changed the front design compared to the other Wonder Woman single rail coaster. I really liked the design of that one a lot. but it looks like they've made the W a lot smaller, and then made it more star oriented, which I like that it's different, although I wouldn't have minded the same one because I really like the design on the front of the other Wonder Woman. Now, I'm not sure if it's steeper than Jersey Devil Coaster, although it's going to be very hard to tell. I know Jersey Devil Coaster has an 87-degree drop, and this looks to be very, very close. If not, it's going to be 88 degrees. It's not a 90-degree drop, at least from what I can see on the video itself, which there's nothing wrong with that. It's going to be close enough. It's going to feel like it anyway. So I'm super excited for that, especially after visiting Silverwood and getting to experience Stunt Pilot. It doesn't really affect the ride too much when it's not 90 degrees. I actually prefer the drop on Stunt Pilot personally to the other Raptor models that I've been on. So with it being a 12-car train, I'm very excited to see what that's like in the back row, especially. Looks like we've got that dive loop / like down Raven turn, the big old airtime hill, the 0G stall, which this all is very, very similar to Jersey Devil so far, which makes me even more excited for it, of course. But it's going to be cool diving next to where Riddler's Revenge has its dive loops as well. And just being able to duel against that is going to be really cool. And man, that area of the park is going to be pretty loud. After that, we have the big, tall turnaround, which I'm so excited to experience. An awesome drop-off section, a 0G roll, and it looks like the mid-course is still there as well, which makes total sense. And honestly, it makes me more excited because it means they're trying to put more trains on it, which means less waiting time, which I think we can all agree on is a great thing. Got a bunch of the little airtime hills, and here's where it's going to be different. Okay, this is the first real shot I think we're getting that is like, whoa, what's going on here? This is completely different. We haven't seen this before. So it looks like there's going to be an extra turn around, and that looks like it's going to be an overbank turn, almost steep enough to be an inversion. Maybe we'll find out more information on that in just a little bit. And it looks like the station building is going to be themed to an embassy, to where Wonder Woman grew up, I believe. Let me look this up real quick. Okay, yeah, that is where Wonder Woman grew up. So that's actually a cool nod to the comics. I like that you're going to be entering into, I'm not even going to try and pronounce that, the embassy for it though. That's really cool. And it does look like they're going to be reusing the Green Lantern Station, at least by the shape of it, which I think is actually really smart, especially with how it all works out, like geometrically and whatnot. I'm not an architect or anything, but to me, it just makes total sense. And then from there, we get the title card, Wonder Woman Flight of Courage. I'm really appreciative that they gave it its own name. I know Wonder Woman and Wonder Woman, right? But at least there's different taglines like Golden Lasso Coaster or Flight of Courage. Although Flight of Courage is not a name I expected at all for the ride, I'm not mad at it at all. I think it's a really cool name. Let's see, though, on the quick cuts, we can find maybe a new angle we haven't seen of the ride yet. Looks like we get another angle of that turn, which is really cool. So it looks like oh wow, okay, so here's something very different that we haven't seen with Jersey Devil Coaster. The last airtime hill, it looks like, is going to be a wave turn type of deal. Like maybe not a full wave turn, but it definitely turns to the side a heck of a lot more before it twists to the left. So we don't know what happens after that major turnaround at the end of the ride. There might be an extra airtime hill potentially, or maybe it goes straight into the brakes. I don't know from that point because we did not get a view of that. Now let me go to Six Flags Magic Mountain on the website to see if I can find out any more that's going on with this ride. Just announced, opening summer 2022, the tallest and longest single rail coaster on the planet. Okay, so they do have an article up on the website, and I'll put that in the link down below, as well as a link to the video. Wonder Woman Flight of Courage will be located at the 6-acre DC Universe area of the park, which will be expanded and entirely remodeled to include a new innovative restaurant and bar experience, plus retail locations featuring exclusive DC branded merchandise. That's cool to hear about. that makes me really excited that they're redoing a lot of the land. I think that's not a bad thing at all, honestly. I mean, whenever an area of a park gets updated, it's really exciting news. And honestly, this could potentially be more exciting than the coaster itself. Which, I mean, probably not, let's be real. But you never know. The coaster exemplifies the superhero's traits of strength and speed, showcasing the legacy of Wonder Woman herself as guests enter the ride queue influenced by Greek architecture and featuring tropical landscaping. They will be immersed in the story of her life and how she obtained her superpowers. That'll be cool. Very sweet. And it looks like we have some stats on the right-hand side of the page. It is the maximum thrill level. I mean, come on. Yeah, of course. It's located in DC Universe. It does go upside down. Yeah, it definitely does a couple times. Its top speed, 58 miles an hour, which is actually the same max speed as Jersey Devil Coaster. I understand why they didn't say fastest now. That makes total sense. Although the coaster is 131 feet tall, which is 1 foot taller than Jersey Devil Coaster. Of course, the length is 3,300 feet, which is 300 feet longer than Jersey Devil Coaster. That is very exciting, I think. And of course, it is built by RMC and is opening in 2022, which that's awesome to know. And I won't lie, I actually spotted some extra stuff within the video, so we're gonna go back to that real quick. There was some views. I'm starting to wake up finally a little bit, as you can tell in my voice. And I'm sorry, Hunter, if I wake you up. But there is a couple of shots in here where we can see into the background a little bit, so I'm gonna do some snooping and see what I can find. So I can confirm, though, there is a brake run shown in the video, so that's good to know. It looks like we get a peek of that new bar and restaurant from part of the video right here. Looks like there's going to be a big new concrete area right there with the new restaurant, at least from what I think it is. I'm not 100% sure on that, but that is the best view, at least so far in the video, so let's keep scrolling along. Okay, here's a good view of that entire area where the station is, and you can see the queue is actually going to be parts of the same queue that was used for Green Lantern, so that's awesome to know. And it's got a nice little shade structure right there too, and you can see some of those like miniature cypress trees on the side of the building, which is going to be really nice. And you can even see a little bit of the brake run, which is good to know about. So that's going to run right along the queue line, it looks like, before it makes a left turn into the building. So that'll add a couple extra block sections for maybe even more trains, which is good to know. And man, I am super duper excited for Wonder Woman Flight of Courage. Oh man, it's gonna be so cool to see that taking its place as the 20th coaster at Magic Mountain, just standing tall right next to Riddlers and Batman, and even across from Crazanity. I couldn't be more excited. Although, it makes me very curious what else is going on and what we'll find out in the future. Like, what will the restaurant and Barbie theme to? I'm very interested in seeing that. I think that could be really cool to find out about. And if there is any extra space in the plot of Tidal Wave that was not used, will we be seeing that as a new potential space for a roller coaster in the future? I think that definitely looks to be a possibility, looking how this is all just filled in with trees at the moment. It's a big space they could use for a brand new flat ride, which I think would be really cool. And while, yes, this was just pretty much a quick teaser and announcement video, I am so incredibly excited to see what is going to happen with everything in real life and in real time. And of course, to get more solidified announcements giving us all the brand new details that I'm currently drooling for. This ride is going to be fantastic for the park. It's something that we have not had offered at all. I mean, a single rail coaster doesn't come around too often, but now it definitely is going to be here, and man, I am beyond thrilled, let's just say, to see this finally announced and finally confirmed. But with all my thoughts summed up, I gotta ask, What's your guys' thoughts on this brand new roller coaster coming to Six Flags Magic Mountain next year? I would love to know what you guys are thinking. I'm super duper stoked about it, and I can't wait to cover more of its construction and seeing it all be placed up before our own eyes before we get to embark on a flight of courage of our own. So with that all said, thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed, and if you did, make sure to do all that good stuff, like, comment, subscribe, or even become a member. And if you would like to support us even more, and in the best way possible, I have brand new pins that are totally still available, but they are running out quick, so make sure to order your pin down in the description below. But with that all said, thank you so much for watching. And of course, until next time, we'll see you on the next ride.